Hello everyone, this is Bowser Galaxy 10. Welcome to our rambling review of Iron Man 3.
I was worried. They finally got it right.
They finally did it. We finally have a good Iron Man movie.
I'm not going to say the others were horrible.
Yeah.
But they needed work. I can definitely say this is the best one of the Iron Man, of the free Iron Man movies. And it's honestly sad because they finally got Tony Stark to work as a main character in one. And they're done with him as the major character.
I mean, he's almost always...
I mean, like,
one
standalone
character. He's
like,
still one of the main characters in pretty much every crossover.
This is his best standalone film, though.
Yeah.
Like, they really did get him right.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie.
Yep.
And I personally think the best of standalone Iron Man is like the first chunk of the first movie. I think that's still better than this movie.
Mm-mm.
I really like the beginning of the first movie.
Maybe when he's breaking out, not when he's like
up to that point,
billionaire playboy.
Yeah, like once he's up to the point, like the beginning of the movie to when he's broken out, I think is like the best part. Like that's like the best of the Iron Man trilogy.
But yeah,
and then after that, it's this movie.
Yeah, this is the best full movie of the Iron Man trilogy. Yeah. No questions asked. So, what do we start with?
Should we just talk about
Tony himself?
Yeah.
He's finally, like, honestly, all they had to do was give him PTSD and he's a good character.
Oh, on the one hand, yeah. I also really appreciate, I also just find it's really cool to see. I think maybe my personal favorite thing about his character in this movie is the parts where he was like, he's being a jerk like his usual old self, and then he like catches himself and is like, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like, I can't do that.
Perfect.
Like
Finally, it feels like he actually had character development.
Yeah. And what I really like about that is it's not like he flipped a switch and now he's different.
Yeah.
You can see that he's still having to work on it.
Yeah.
Which is really cool to see. I feel like sometimes character development is too quick, and this was... you can see how it's taking him time to learn how to be different. Yeah. Which is cool.
Also, can I just say his comedy is 100% on point in this one?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean...
like, most of the time in the other ones, it's like... Okay, funny lines, okay. This one actually really got me to laugh at a lot of them. Like, I think this one blends the comedy and action the best.
Yeah, and speaking of the action, I think I'm starting to find I really like action where it's the character just improvising with whatever he can get his hands on. And this movie does that fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, that's like every action scene is him just improvising with stuff.
Yeah, it's unlike Iron Man 2 where it felt like comedy was first, action was second. Like, this one, action first, comedy second.
Yeah.
Like, it worked really well. Like, the pace... I would say, though, the pace is kind of off because it's 2 hours, and I felt like it was reaching third act, like, by the hour. And I was like, oh, do we have 40 minutes left? But it's not bad. It's just like, they probably could have cut this down by half an hour.
Yeah,
But that's just Marvel movies by this point.
Yeah, the movie did drag on a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
But yeah, Tony, best he's ever been.
Yeah.
Like, this, honestly, he's better here than in Avengers.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this, like, I noticed the early Tony and Tony in the later movies. I'm like, he's very different later on, and like, this is where I'm like, I'm starting to see. Okay, this is where the transition is.
Okay.
This is where he's transitioning
Yeah.
into the Tony that I love.
Okay. Because, yeah, early one is like, ugh, problems.
Yeah.
Like, again, it felt like he couldn't hold a movie on his own with the character he was trying to do. But now it feels like he's really gotten the character down pat at this point.
Yeah.
Like, props to Robert. Like, he got it right now. Like, he's getting it right. Like, what he needs to be at.
Yeah. So, Harley, the kid,
kind of just there most of the time.
he had some. I think he had some fun.
He had some good
interactions with
moments,
Tony.
but it's not. But it's like It's nice to see him interact with someone like that, but it's like not a major character.
Yeah, he's not like super violent.
Which I'm
but
kind of
he's
glad
cool.
for because sidekick kid characters are overused. So-
Like he did his job. He did it well. It was great. They didn't overuse him. I think he was.
Yeah.
I think they did what they should have with him. Like
Yeah.
he was good.
Also, the little ending thing with him.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Tony giving him all the stuff is nice too.
That was really cute
Yeah.
and fun. Oh, before I forget, I just want to mention the scene where Tony's like saving people and they're falling out of the plane.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite scene of the movie. That was like I like it's like the fact that he like it's just really cool to see.
Like how many people were falling? This many. How many can I hold? Not as much. Okay, well, I'll improvise.
We'll improvise, and he comes up with this really cool plan. And on top of that, he realized, like, he's smart enough and emotionally, like, he has, like, the knowledge of people's emotions, too, to the point that he realizes, okay, let me, like, he's, like, it was really, I think what really sold me on it was when he was like, what's your name? Heather? And then he starts calling her by that name to, like, try to keep her, to, like that, like, giving, like, just that little bit of personal connection helps her, like, trust him.
Yeah.
And, like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's such
and
a
once he got her
scene.
trust, he got the trust of the others.
Yeah.
To go
It was a
that
absolutely
scene was
fantastic
amazing. I don't think we've ever actually fully mentioned him. Jarvis was pretty damn good in this one.
Jarvis is fun.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the first ones where they're like, we're not just like he's not just gonna make some clips. He's actually gonna have like some fun moments.
He's kind of like the secondary character in the secondary hero, which also makes this picture hilarious when you think about it that way.
It's your boy Jarvis. Just chilling.
This is one of my favorite scenes, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, one of my favorite comedy scenes of it is just him sitting with the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. So, Pepper.
She's been the best part of of 1 and 2, and this is the first time where I can say Tony went above her, but she's still great.
Yeah, and she didn't do a lot in this movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just how the plot went. It wasn't.
Yeah. I would say, though, her getting the final strike against the villain is perfect.
Yeah, that was great. And then she's like, whoa, that was
violent.
That was violent. That was really great comment.
The quips are amazing in this movie.
Yeah. And
also, they sound like an old married couple, which is hilarious because it's probably been like, what, 4 years?
They have,
if at all.
Yeah, they've got. Like I've been saying it since the first movie, those two actors have really great chemistry with each other. And this movie is no exception. You don't get to see a lot of it, but where they do it, they make it count.
Yeah.
And it's delightful.
Yeah, it's amazing. So us saying this movie's great probably got some fans angry, considering the portrayal of the villain with the past context.
Yeah. So the villain, the Mandarin, is not the Mandarin people know from the comics.
But I think that's kind of what they were intending to do, like make the like they knew that a Mandarin was a terrorist character or something, I don't know, and then was like, these people are taking the name. But it's like, honestly, it feels like one of those things where it's like, they wanted to just have a famous villain name, but it's like, yeah, I can see why people got angry at it though, but I think since Shang-Chi actually has the actual one, I think it's gone. I think people can look back on this one and be like, it's weird that they used the name, but it's not a bad villain.
Yeah. I actually think...
Honestly, this might be the best villain of the whole trilogy.
Yeah, it probably is. Like, I actually thought it was pretty clever, pretty well done.
The introduction is kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it feels weak. I think it feels kind of weak until they reveal, oh, this isn't the real Mandarin. And then it gets a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Then it gets a lot more interesting. I mean, I don't feel like Killian is like a super, like, he's not like a really fantastic villain, but I still think he's stronger than the other.
Yeah, he's still better than Dude from the First and Wire Dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember his name.
Yeah.
I can remember his name, which is something I cannot do for the other ones.
Yeah, I think he was a villain that did his job solidly, and I also feel like he felt like he was like a pretty legitimate threat.
Yeah.
Like, even in the final scene, Iron Man goes through like 6 Iron Man suits trying to beat this guy.
Yeah, can I say he's
and then literally blows him up. And then this is
the only villain that actually intimidated me of the free Iron Mans, where it's like, this one I actually cared about. Meanwhile, the other two are like, oh, you're the villain now, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a shock that he's the villain, though. But, like, I think everyone calls it I think I called him the first, like, literally first scene with him in the on the roof in the rain. It's like, you're the villain.
Yeah, I literally said it. Like, he comes in and he talks to Pepper, and I'm like, I hate him already.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, Brody.
I'm glad they didn't do another sidekick thing. I thought they were going to have it like Brody was just Iron Man's sidekick now, but it's like, I kind of like how they played him.
Yeah, he kind of is doing it. He kind of does his own thing. He's kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not like he's the Robin to Iron Man Batman.
Yeah. Like, they kind of have like a cool working relationship, but they're not like, they don't directly work with each other on a regular basis. But they
it works really well like that.
They're kind of like bros who are each doing their own separate thing, but sometimes they team up. Mm-hmm. And it was also really funny when they're like teaming up without suits, and like Tony's like, "What are we doing? I don't know how this works." And Brody's like, I got you.
I can't hit that spotlight.
I can't hit that spotlight. And he just stands up. Boom.
Yeah.
He's like, show off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brody was really cool.
Yeah, the action scenes were fantastic. Like, I don't think there's a moment in this movie where I could say it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, that is not the case for the other two. Like, this is a very good step up. Like, this is by far the best of the three, to me. Mm-hmm. So putting it next to all the other ones, I'd say Captain America's still my favorite. Avengers is under Captain America. I don't know if this beats out Thor or not.
It doesn't for me, personally, but...
Yeah, I think just 4 alone is what makes Thor better than this one. But it's like, this one's a really close one to me.
Yeah.
Like, right next to Thor in my list, where it's
Yeah,
like...
they have a similar level of all-around solid, but Thor has a little bit more outstanding parts than this one.
Yeah, Iron Man 3, definite, like, this is a good one.
It's all around, like, it's not like a huge standout in very many ways, but it's just solid all around. It's all around solid, I think.
It's better than the other Iron Man, so it's not bottom of the barrel like I thought it was going to be. I was like, I'm worried.
Yeah.
But it's like, this one actually did really well. So Joe, what's next time?
Next time...
What's next Marvel movie?
Well, it's a Thor movie. That means it's gonna be good, right?
What's the subtitle?
Dark World?
I had low hopes for Iron Man 3. Who knows? Maybe Dark World will be better now that we've seen the movies that preceded it.
Maybe. But when I say I don't like that movie, remember that I watched that movie like a year ago. So I'm relatively fresh on it.
Well, now you're able to see it like in a progression standpoint.
True.
Like, you're gonna be able to see it in a progression standpoint. So, we'll find out. Let's see if we pick Cursed Thor next time. Cursed Thor image or whatever next time. But yeah, Iron Man 3's good. Watch it. It's a lot better than I thought it'd be.
You'll have to see it.
Alright.
So yeah, next Marvel Rambling Review, Thor Dark World.
This is getting interesting.